Good morning. It is Thursday. What is today? February 27th, 2025. It's about 6:20 a.m. And, sometimes it's just nice to have a little fun with our coffee. So I've got in this lovely bone china mug, I really like bone china mugs, about 6 ounces of heated oat milk. And I was thinking, let me get this out. I have one precious sleeve left of raspberry coffee here. Oh, it's so good. I've had it for a while because it has not been available for sale for a while. So I've been saving it. And I thought, you know what's fun? Chocolate raspberry. This is a dark chocolate Hershey's Kiss. Now, it was in the freezer, but I'm hoping that combined with the hot milk that I've got here and with the hot espresso that's going to come in, that it'll melt. If it doesn't, I could always pop it in the microwave a little bit. Okay, so the machine is heating up here and we're ready for raspberry espresso. Or should I say chocolate raspberry espresso? Okay. Oh, and that raspberry aroma is just heavenly. Now, I like things that are flavored with raspberry. I don't like raspberries themselves because I don't like those little seeds. But this Nespresso raspberry coffee, oh, it's just, if you like raspberries, the aroma of it almost makes you feel already like you're tasting it in your mouth, but no seeds. Okay, so I'm going to give a stir here. I feel like that chocolate kiss is still, you can see on the spoon, it's still a little bit down there on the bottom, but it's definitely melting. Wow. You know, there really is something to be said for a coffee that smells good. Oh, good morning, Holly. And anyone else who's watching, Facebook doesn't always show me the names, but thanks for joining me. So, when I was a child, my mother used to drink coffee. Of course, back in those days, it was usually instant coffee. And she would make herself a cup of instant coffee. I remember sometimes we'd go to the luncheonette on the corner, which was kind of like a combination pharmacy, a little bit of a variety store, and there'd be a long counter with stools, the kind that spin around. You'd sit on and you'd order lunch. And she would frequently get iced coffee, and they'd bring it in a tall glass, and she'd have her iced coffee, and she'd pour in cream, and that cream would swirl beautifully around. And I loved to see that, and I loved the aroma of coffee. But when and also, my father's mother used to let me drink coffee with the adults. My coffee was a teacup, because I didn't use mugs in those days, except maybe in diners. At home, most people used a teacup, that style of cup. So she'd give me a cup and saucer, and the cup would be filled with hot milk, and she put 1 spoonful of coffee in there from one of their coffee cups. And so that was my coffee. But when I got to college, I finally had some real coffee. It was terrible. I couldn't believe that something that smelled so heavenly tasted, so bitter. And there seemed to me to be little to nothing in the taste of what I took up in the aroma of the coffee. But then I learned that if you put, like 3 to 5 packets of sugar into a 8-ounce styrofoam cup of coffee. It tastes quite good. Oh, my mother used to eat coffee ice cream also. So I kind of grew up with this idea, you know, that coffee was a nice thing to have, a homey thing. I don't know, she was always happy when she drank coffee. So I wanted to like coffee. Well, anyhow, so eventually I moved on from sugar to artificial sweeteners. But then a few years ago when I started drinking Nespresso, and this is not an ad, I don't get any benefit, I don't own stock in Nespresso or anything like that, just sharing my experience. When I started drinking Nespresso, it was so delicious. There was not that bitter acid kind of flavor that I had experienced in the past with coffees. It was just smooth and tasted so much like the aroma of coffee. That's how it tasted. So I think we've got, you know, a lot of this chocolate kiss dissolved here. So I'm going to give it a try. Oh, I can taste the chocolate. I can taste the raspberry. You know what, though? Now, it's good like this. And sometimes I've made a mistake by doing what I'm about to do, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay? So I am going to take a little bit of Splenda. I've got Splenda Equal and Sweet and Low here. I've got no calorie simple syrup, but I'm going to take some Splenda. Now, I'm not going to put a whole lot in. Just going to put a little bit in, because I can always add more, but I can't take out. All right, let's try this. Because, you know, sometimes having a little sweetness in something brings out the flavor even more. Okay. Oh, that is yummy. I'm gonna put just a tad more Splenda in. You know, in the old days, I would have not only put in a Splenda, I probably would have put in an Equal and a Sweet and Low all together in an 8-ounce cup of coffee. So, and when I was in my last term in college, I spent 3 months in Italy on an art history course, and we would, of course, every day go get espresso. Oh, hey, Sandy, thanks for joining us. She's along here with Holly watching, and I can't see who else. All right, so you know the espresso would come in this tiny little cup, and I'd put probably at least 2 packets of sugar in there. So I've come a long way with just a few sprinkles of Splenda, or not even any sweetener a lot of times. All righty, so let's give this another try. This is so delicious. And I really believe that it's not just the raspberry coffee, or just the chocolate kiss, or just the oat milk, or just the Splenda. I think they all work together to make something that tastes so good, that tastes more than the sum of the individual ingredients added together. It's more than that. Wow. Well, I'm going to go enjoy my coffee. Oh, yesterday I drove for the first time, walked around the supermarket, took a little walk in the neighborhood, and I'm doing good. I did my physical therapy exercises, and I rested. I didn't push it. So, you know, I don't know if you noticed, I'm, you know, wearing a back brace because I had back surgery January 29th. So I'm about a month out here, almost, and I'm healing well, thank the Lord. And thank you for your prayers and good wishes and all the good vibes that you sent my way. They're having a good effect. Have a great day, y'all.